This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of some bomb brownies? Well, some may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Mason Fisher, with the Bomb Brownies. Mason, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm also doing well. Now, we are excited to learn all about you and your business. Can you start off by telling us a little bit about your sweet treats?
Sure thing. So the Bomb Brownies is a gourmet bakery business that I started back in 2018. And the main focus is that we make all natural brownies in a huge variety of unique flavors that you really can't find anywhere else. And that's where the name comes from. So they're literally like the bomb. Right now, we're running a sort of hybrid model. So we'll sell online through our website and ship nationwide for people who aren't local. But if you are in the area, we partner with all the major platforms like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats to offer on-demand delivery. So that helps us reach people however they prefer to order.
So, Mason, I'm sure all of our listeners want to know today, why brownies?
That's a good question. So to get into the story, it started back in high school because I had a very specific goal. So at the time, I needed to buy a car, and I was working a minimum wage job making $7.25 an hour. So I sat down and did the math, and I realized that I wasn't going to be able to afford the kind of vehicle I wanted at that rate. So I went to my mom and we started brainstorming ideas on how I could make money that was available to me. So we landed on baking because when my mom was in high school, she sold popcorn in little bags and her sister sold brownies. So we had a family recipe and I started selling brownies to my classmates at school. And what started as like a side hustle just to fund the car ended up turning into a multi-year journey, and we've been running it all through my time in college, and it's grown just from like a brainstorm idea to a fully operational business.
Mason, is this something you can see passing on to future generations?
I would surely hope so. I think with the rise of other similar businesses like Insomnia or Crumble, I definitely can see the Bomb Brownies being in a similar sort of position. So I definitely hope that it can be a generational thing.
Switching gears a bit, Mason, what is the number one myth or misconception in your industry?
So I think the biggest misconception people have about the bakery industry is that you need a physical storefront to be considered a legitimate business. A lot of people think that if you don't have a like brick and mortar shop with a sign out front, then you're just doing a hobby or a side hustle. But we've actually proven that wrong. By focusing on third-party delivery apps and direct shipping, we've been able to scale faster and reach way more people than we could have with just a single walk-in location. So it allows us to meet the customers where they already are.
Now, Mason, in terms of marketing, we know marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target customers or audience? And today, outside of third-party apps, how do you attract them?
That's a good question. So our target audience is anyone who considers themselves a foodie or anyone who likes a sweet treat or likes to try something new, because a lot of our flavors can't be found anywhere else. So outside of third-party delivery apps, we do a lot of peer-to-peer marketing. So we'll post something and share it out to people who know people. We feel that this sort of person-to-person marketing is more authentic and returns more than just a standard commercial. So we'll post in Facebook groups, Instagram group chats, on our stories, that kind of thing.
Mason, in terms of staying relevant to your audience, have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
No, I don't think I have. Um, I wonder if that would make a difference. I guess I don't know what I would talk about. I guess that's my biggest thought piece.
Now, outside of work, with your family, when you're not all working together to run this business, what do you guys like to do for fun?
As a family, recently we've started eating out more. So we've kind of turned into foodies ourselves. I don't know if that's because we work with Brownies all day, but we love, like, whenever we get the chance to travel, we want to try new restaurants and different cuisines. Um, Other than that, together, we like to watch movies or just spend time watching TV just together.
So, Mason, I have to ask you, what are the 3 main ingredients it takes to make amazing brownies?
Well, the first one is obviously sugar. We use a lot of sugar in our brownies. Um, Other than that, I think sugar, butter, and I feel like it's cliche to say, but like love and attention. I think those would be the 3 most important ingredients to make a delicious brownie.
Hey, without love and attention, nothing tastes good in the kitchen.
Ain't that right?
Now, please tell our listeners the number 1 thing they should remember about the bomb brownies.
The number 1 thing we want people to remember about the Bomb Brownies is that we are a small business with humble beginnings, and we make all natural gourmet brownies that you can't find anywhere else. So if you're interested in trying out a brownie that you've never had before, I'd say come give us a try.
Mason, one question for you now. 5 years from now, where do you see the bomb brownies?
In 5 years, I can definitely see the Bomb Brownies being franchised with different locations nationwide, hopefully with a similar business model to Crumble and Insomnia. I've really been looking at them as an inspiration. So in 5 years, hopefully you can find us in your local town or city.
And one thing you're doing today to support that vision?
One thing we're doing today is continuing to make and sell. We're still trying to come up with new ideas on flavors and marketing and things to differentiate ourselves. So we're just going to continue on the path we're on now and hopefully end up where we want to be in the future.
Final question for you today. What our listeners want to know, of course, is where can they go to learn more about Da Bomb Brownies?
You can find us everywhere on social media at Da Bomb Brownies. That's DA Bomb Brownies. That's the best place to check out what new flavors we're dropping. And you can just click the link in our bio to order for nationwide delivery on all social platforms.
Well, Mason, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you. I appreciate you letting me come on.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.